Hey coaches, so this video I want to talk about our program flow and science for our new Ultimate 4-Corner, or our Overdrive Ultimate 4-Corner. It's going to be listed as a red line interval, but it's really a hybrid, so there's something unique on this one. So how this one works, it is again a partner format. There will be a station set up in each corner, hence the 4-Corner name on it. And so when you're traffic copping, or when you're kind of standing by the door and greeting everybody as they're coming in, you want to make sure you have an idea of how many numbers are coming in that day, and that you're getting everybody in those stations together. So for example, with the 6-piece equipment, you can have 12 people in each corner. If I had less than 12, I would have them partner up and all start in one corner. If I'm at that point where I have 13, for example, kind of almost the worst number, if you will, on that one, I'm going to split those partners up into 2 corners, but I'm going to make sure that I only have equal numbers roughly in both ones. So for example, with 13 people, what I would be is I'd be at the door, be like, hey, good morning guys, need everybody to find a partner. We're going to have 3 sets of partners in this corner and 3 sets of partners in that corner. So again, you want to make sure that you don't end up with 10 people in this corner and 3 in that corner. So I would just simply do it by that. Now again, you're like, well, hey, that doesn't make 13. You're right. If I had 13 people, I would put them 3 in this partners in this corner and 3 partners in that corner, and then that 13th person, basically kind of the last person that comes in or whatever, I'd be like, you can find either one of those spots, you just start there, and they just jump in and work as a group of 3 in that one. So how this one works is there are 3 rounds. Each round, each trip around the gym. So there's going to be 2 different moves. So just for example, let's just pretend right here that there's EQ bars, and it's EQ burpees for round 1, then for round 2 it's EQ kick swings, and then for round 3 we go back to EQ burpees. So basically round 1 is going to be all red line moves, round 2 will be a little bit more upper midline moves, and then round 3 will be back to those same red line moves again. So they're going to go around the gym 3 times. Do what they do in round 1, the exercise will change for round 2, they'll go back to the same ones for round 3. So rounds 1 and 3 will be identical. So when you're looking at your board, they should be written in 2 different colors, rounds 1 and 3, and then round 2. Now, how it works, like I said, they're going to partner up. One of them's going to go for 25 seconds. When the buzzer sounds, they'll have 7 seconds to switch, and they're going to go back and forth twice. So let's just use those same examples. If it was EQ burpees here, I would do burpees, my partner would do burpees, I would do burpees, my partner would do burpees, we'd rotate to the next corner. Once we went all the way around the gym and we got back to here, same thing with the kick swings. I would do kick swings, my partner would do kick swings, I would do kick swings, my partner would do kick swings. We'd rotate around the gym. When we got back to here, it would go back to burpees. So when you're coaching, guys, it's really important when you get to that to run again. Hey guys, we're just going back to the same things we did in the beginning. So we're not adding extra demo time to this. We basically want to come get the heart rate really, really high, kind of bring it down a little bit. So again, we're not like running sprints for 30 minutes, and then bring it really high again on this one. So the biggest goals we have when we're coaching is, remember, whenever we're coaching red line, we want to get them into that higher heart rate zone. So ideally their heart rate's going to be in that 150 plus. Now again, a few of our clients may not get quite that high, but we're pushing them into that upper zone. They basically should not be able to sing along to music. Matter of fact, even if they're talking, it shouldn't be a, hey, how's it going? What did you do this weekend? It should be, man, this is a lot of, we want to have that kind of panting breathing in this one on this one. Now, a couple really important notes on this. Whenever we're redlining, remember, the harder and faster people are going, the quicker form tends to break down, which obviously increases that chance of injury. So when we're coaching this, we want to make sure that we're really being, keeping a good eye on people's form. Using burpees as an example, again, we want to make sure that they're not going so fast that the hips are kind of flopping around, that we're putting tension on that lower back, that they're not standing all the way up, all those things that we would watch for form. So when you're coaching it, while yes, we're asking them to put that gas pedal to the floor and give us everything they've got, we're also saying everything they got was good form. So again, let's not, redline ourselves to the point of where form has gone south on this one. And they'll rotate to the next corner, do it all over again, and by the time they get back to here, basically their heart rate should be pretty much way up there. It should be like, oh my goodness, I need a little break, which we'll give them in that midline round. And this is really important, coaches. So when we're coaching that midline round, it's not necessarily, okay, come on, everything you got again. It should be, all right, we were going 100 miles an hour, we're going to bring it down to 70. So again, we're not dropping down into 50s here, but we're just going to bring it down a little bit. And then when we get all the way around the gym, basically it was active recovery on steroids, and then we're going to be like, all right, give me everything you got again. So when we're coaching that, we want to really kind of encourage that, give me everything you got, all right, and kind of hold a good pace here, and then give me everything you got on this one again. The other really big and important key on this one, guys, is we want to really, really get the partners involved. We want the partner to really cheer them on in this one. So 2 things. 1, especially on the 2 red line rounds, when you come off the station, you might be, like Ed said, heart rate's so high that it's like, man, this is so much fun. Which obviously means I'm not going to be able to do a real good job of cheering my partner on, because I'm simply just trying to catch my breath. And that is okay, because again, we've asked for that. Just remember that ideally, by the end, the last few seconds where I've kind of caught my breath, be a good time to kind of pull the cheering back in. So when we're coaching this, we want to build the energy around that and around that high five. Every time they trade places, they get that high five and they cheer each other on. So again, Coach Dawn and I are partners. Coach Dawn is going 100 miles. I'm like, good, Mom, you got it. When we switch places, she might be so out of breath that she just needs to catch her breath, which is okay. I'm going to start going for that first 10, 15 seconds. I'm good. She's trying to catch her breath. Ideally, that last 5 or 7 seconds where she's going to kind of come in and kind of cheer me on or keep encouraging me, even hold that pace, whatever. And so when we're coached up and on the mic, you can use that where it's like, all right, guys, come on, last 5 seconds, really cheer your partners on. And you kind of use that energy to get the partners in there so that you, again, kind of really hold that energy up high. Plus, remember, especially with a big group, you get 20 people and you're cheering, the energy in the room is just going to keep going higher, which is awesome because when you're redlining, that extra energy, guys, it's kind of like if you've ever done a road 5K and you're running along and it's really tough and then all of a sudden you hit a section where there's a bunch of people cheering and clapping and you just get this great burst of energy to run through that and then, right, get around the corner and no one can see you and you want to stop and walk, right? Our whole goal is to keep that energy up and that cheering up the entire time, so it just really kind of gives them that, whoo, man, this is great, and you're just trading back and forth on that. So we as coaches want to make sure we're kind of playing off and helping build that energy off of that one, getting in a couple of really good high fives if they're switching in those partner things. And then lastly, guys, just remember when we're redlining people, we want to be very conscious. Again, our goal is never to have people running to the restroom to throw up or whatever. So we're watching kind of that, how hard are they breathing, face is turning red, asking people where their heart rates are at and stuff. So just remember that our goals are. And then lastly, if this is a week where we have brand new challengers coming in, especially, that first week with new challengers, I want to remember that redline challenges are challenging for everybody. They're exceptionally challenging for somebody who's coming in who maybe hasn't worked out in years. Again, very deconditioned. Our warm-ups might be making them feel like they're redlining. So we want to make sure that as coaches, even though we're going to go through our intro and our demo and everything, but when we're coaching on the floor, we really encourage them to give us their best and just take that break as needed, whatever they need to do on that one. So we just want to be very conscious of that whenever we have brand new challengers. Secondly, along with that, even if they're not a new challenger, anybody on our gym floor, again, remember, we're asking for their 100%. We're not asking for your 100% or my 100% or the person next to them, theirs. And so while we think they might be able to go faster, we'd rather kind of get that, hey, how you feeling? Again, ask questions because there's things that you can gauge of that just, hey, how are you feeling right now? I think I'm gonna die. Obviously, we're not wanting that person to go any faster because they already can't talk even. So just asking questions will let you gauge that really quickly. Now on the flip side, kind of coming over here and the person's singing along to the music, that would be a great thing. Come on, you got it. Give me everything you got. Great job. Come on, let's see. Again, so remember, it's not always go faster, go faster, go faster. It's finding that encouraging, fun way to bring out their best in them. This is the Program Flow in Science for our ultimate four corner.